Are you looking for the best cameras for videography and filmmaking? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Panasonic Lumix S52. The Panasonic Lumix S52 is the best camera for videography that we've tested. It's loaded with features that match up to and, in some ways, even surpass more expensive options, making it one of the best bang for your buck cameras if you're interested in videography and filmmaking. That includes 6K open gate recording, a wide range of frame rate options, including 4K at up to 60 frames per second, albeit with an APS-C crop, an internal 10-bit 4:2:2 capture, with support for a wide range of codecs and recording formats. Video quality from its full-frame sensor is also excellent, and it has one of the best in-body image stabilization (IBIS) systems among full-frame models. The S52 is also the first Lumix camera to feature phase detection autofocus, giving it significantly improved subject tracking compared to its predecessor, particularly in video mode. It's worth noting that native L-mount lenses can be expensive, although you can get around that by going for third-party options or using a lens mount adapter. Of course, if you want to save even more money, the original Panasonic Lumix S5 is a steal, particularly if you buy used and don't need the more advanced autofocus of the S52. At number 2. Panasonic Lumix GH6. If you already have a stable of micro four thirds lenses, the Panasonic Lumix GH6 is a no-brainer. This is one of the most capable micro four thirds cameras on the market, and its video-centric design makes it one of the best cameras for filmmaking and advanced video work. Unlike the Panasonic Lumix S52 above, the GH6 supports features like external RAW video output and internal ProRes codecs out of the box. The S52 can do those things too, but you need to buy an upgrade key at an additional cost. It also has built-in heat vents to prevent overheating and a unique screen that can both tilt and fully articulate, making it easier to shoot at various angles. The biggest drawback here is that the GH6 uses Panasonic's older contrast-based autofocus system, which isn't as effective and can create pulsing artifacts in the background of your videos. Ultimately, if you're a solo operator who tends to shoot in less controlled lighting conditions and relies on autofocus, the full-frame S52 will likely suit you better. On the flip side, if you're a more advanced videographer who needs raw video output and doesn't mind pulling focus manually, you won't be disappointed by the GH6. At number 3. Fujifilm XH2S. The Fujifilm XH2S is one of the best hybrid cameras in its price range for videographers who need high frame rates and speed. That's because of its 26-megapixel stack sensor, which keeps rolling shutter to a minimum and makes it a great fit for fast-moving subjects and sweeping action videography. It also supports 6.2K open gate recording, 4K at up to 60 frames per second without a crop, and a slow-motion recording mode that can capture 4K at up to 120 frames per second. Aside from its superb internal recording capabilities, the camera also has all the inputs you'll need for video peripherals, including a full-sized HDMI port, making it easy to connect to an external recorder or display. Like the Panasonic Lumix GH6, it also supports raw video output to a compatible external recorder. Even without an external recorder, the camera's internal codec support is fantastic, with Apple ProRes formats to capture higher quality video with less compression. At number 4. Panasonic Lumix GH52. Another great option for aspiring filmmakers is the Panasonic Lumix GH52. It's the predecessor to the Panasonic Lumix GH6 above and uses a micro four thirds sensor, albeit with a slightly lower resolution. However, it still delivers excellent overall video quality, and the 4/3 system has a vast library of lenses to choose from, including plenty of compact and relatively affordable options. The GH52 has a wide range of resolution and frame rate options, including anamorphic modes to get a wider, more cinematic aspect ratio and 4K recording at up to 60 frames per second. You also get log profiles and 10-bit 4:2:2 4K recording, up to 30 frames per second, to capture more color information and give you more flexibility in post. Unlike the GH6, however, it lacks a CF Express card slot, can't shoot in Apple ProRes formats internally, and is a bit more limited in frame rate options. For the price, however, the GH52 is a fantastic choice. At number 5. Sony ZV E10. The Sony ZV E10 is the best camera for filmmaking on a tighter budget. This entry-level APS-C vlogging cam is ideal for beginner videographers and filmmakers who don't want to spend a fortune on a camera. Like the higher-end Sony ZV E10, it lacks a viewfinder, making it less versatile for hybrid shooters, but its fully articulated screen is ideal for video work. The camera is also highly portable for on-the-go shooting, and Sony's E-mount features a wide range of both native and third-party lenses. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't have in-body stabilization, but you can pair it with optically stabilized lenses or use a cage to get steadier camera movements. Compared to higher-end options, you'll also miss out on internal 10-bit capture and 4K 60 frames per second recording. For the price, though, the camera is quite feature-packed, with a fairly wide range of frame rates, including 4K at up to 30 frames per second and 1080p at up to 120 frames per second. Overall, it's a great choice for the budget-conscious filmmaker.